Good morning. This is that one guy broadcasting from stormy Holland. Let's see. Yesterday we had the weirdest weather ever. I got caught wearing a short sleeve t-shirt in 42-degree weather, but here's the kicker. It was about 60 when I walked outside. Anywho, enough about local Michigan weirdness of weather. Honestly, Michiganders would not be surprised if magical sparkle dragons suddenly showed up. We're just kind of that used to the weather being weird. Alright, this is sort of a continuation of the infrastructure mission. So we're going to go to the launch pad. We're going to load up the Mesa base, Mesa power plant. There we are. Now, the power plant is one of those pieces that I don't necessarily need two of, but I like having two of them on the Mun. This whole thing down here is, in theory, wink, reusable. I put parachutes on it so that when these re-enter the atmosphere, they will deploy and go their separate ways. And then this main center stack has 6 parachutes on it as well. Anywho, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and I'm back. That docking took a little bit longer than I wanted it to because this little rover right here, I didn't have completely lined up. I thought that would be okay, but turned out it wasn't. Another mistake I made was I accidentally lowered all the landing gear instead of just this landing gear. Oh well, that's what happens when you do a Tuesday video without having your morning coffee. Let's see what else about this. Right, this mission was undertaken using a partially reusable rocket. The reason for this is because I tried to attach these onto my lander that I was going to attempt to use as a sky crane. Unfortunately, weighing in at about 8.5 tons, these segments were a little bit too heavy for the lander to compensate for their mass. Slowing down was not an option really. I actually had to abort a landing. Let's see what else. Also, there was severe cavitation and severe threat of the magnetic forces not being able to hold the entire structure together. However, I have two more segments for this base, and if you remember about the KSP forums before they got, I'm not sure if squiffy is the right word. I'll see if this thread is still around, and if it is, I'll post this Tuesday video there. But this is using my old Mesa base system, using a crane rover that hooks onto the base from underneath. I remember I used this for my KSP for Beginners series as well. But yeah, so let's just do one quick run through of what exactly we have here. We have two power plant modules. These will provide additional power by having additional solar panels. Now, that's not really necessary, considering that once the sun comes up, we're going to be almost fully charged within 5 minutes. Now, what I've done here is I've put a lot of extra batteries pretty much anywhere I could on this craft for the reason that if we're role playing some sort of life support system, which I like doing, if your electrical charge hits zero, everything turns off. Now, in order to save power, we're going to toggle our reaction wheels off because unless there's a Munquake, which I doubt there would be, we're not going to need them, and that saves us a little bit of electricity. But yeah, each one of these modules is fully capable of surviving a night on the Mun. So with that logic, all of the modules put together will have the ability to survive a night on the Mun. Eventually, I will add a science lab that will be able to transmit scientific data back to Kerbin. And I understand that there's going to be an actual science lab sort of module that follows this pattern of the Hitchhiker can in 0.23, but I've got my own little setup that will work until then. It's got mystery goo, it's got sensors and other stuff, and a big old broadcast dish. So, yep, this has been that one guy. Thanks for watching.